Yes, students, now let's see the 12th question. Twelfth question. So this product, how this product is formed by the ozonolysis reaction, they're asked. So whenever you want to identify if the product they given in ozonolysis reaction, do you want to identify the reactant, means it's very easy. So in between the two carbonyl groups, just oxygen atoms you have to remove and keep double bond, then we'll get corresponding reactant or alkene will get. Let's see the given product. Let's write everyone. For example, the product is this carbon having CH3 and double bond is present and it is attached to CH2 bond CH bond CH3. Okay, students, and it is attached to CH2 bond C double bond OH. Okay, now this is the ozonolysis product. This product, how it is formed? Let's see, this product is formed from which reactant? We have to identify. This formed by the reaction with ozone followed by hydrolysis in the presence of zinc metal, means reductive ozonolysis. Okay, now if you are observed that these two oxygens you have to remove and combine in between this carbon and this carbon, just you have to combine and keep double bond. So the product is C double bond C, and already this carbon has CH3 group is present. The remaining carbons as it is you have to write CH2 bond CH bond CH3 bond CH2 bond this CH2 is connected with this carbon CH, means we'll get one 5-membered ring we'll get. So this compound name is, if you want to identify, then it is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, just like is nothing but bond line structure. It comes like this, and here CH3 group will be present. So like the option where it is present here, students, C option is correct. For example, just you have to break this ozonolysis, then here you keep oxygen, then here you keep oxygen. Ketone, one side it is a keto product is formed, means that sp2 carbon is disubstituted sp2 carbon, and another side CHO group is formed, means it is monosubstituted. So this is on hydrolysis, sorry, ozonolysis, we are getting this product. So the answer is a C option. And if you have doubt, means the remaining option products also, just you have to write ozonolysis products, then we will get more idea. Okay, for example, A option, if you see, if A option is on ozonolysis, the reductive ozonolysis, then the product is being like this. See, this side oxygen and then double bond will be breaks, and it is this sp2, this sp2 carbon is monosubstituted and it is also monosubstituted, then both aldehydes will groups will form CHO and CHO product will forms. And second option, if you see, second option, it is at both sp2 carbons are disubstituted, then is on breaking, then we'll get two ketones will get. Two keto products will form. And third option already written. And fourth option, just you are breaking that fourth option, then the product is being like this. Just here one oxygen and here one oxygen. The product is CH2 bond CHO bond CH CH3 and CH bond CH3 bond CHO, like this product will form. So ozonolysis reactions and applications, very important, dear students. Already we are discussed in regular classes. So this related means product they given, we have to identify the reactant. If reactants they given, then we have to identify the product. And ozonolysis reaction is mainly helps for the identification of the position of double bonds. Position of double bonds. Okay, students. Let's listen next question. See, reactivity of alkenes, the reactivity of double bond we need to identify. See here, three compounds they gave 1, 2, and 3. So this enthalpy of hydrogenation in the above compounds reactivity order we need to identify. Means the double bonds at the double bond place hydrogen you are added, then it released heat is known as enthalpy of hydrogenation, which alkenes are more reactive. The alkenes reactivity is increases, enthalpy of hydrogenation will be increases. And let's listen this question. Enthalpy of hydrogenation is directly proportional to reactivity of alkenes and inversely proportional to stability. Inversely proportional to stability of alkenes. And we know very well cyclic conjugated double bonds. Cyclic conjugated double bonds. DB means double bonds. Cyclic conjugated double bonds are more stable. Stability order. Cyclic conjugated double bonds are more stable means the first compound is like it's a benzene ring and 3 double bonds are present in cyclic nature, and alternative double bonds or single bonds are present. That's why it is called as a conjugation. Cyclic conjugated double bonds are more stable than, and here also they are in conjugation is present, dear students, but it is not in cyclic manner. So it is a linear conjugated double bonds. Next is more stable than linear conjugated double bonds. Conjugated double bonds. Then the third one is isolated double bond. There is no conjugation here. It is then isolated double bonds. And isolated double bonds. So according to that, first one is more stable than second compound and then third compound. So the stability is inversely proportional to reactivity, and reactivity is directly proportional to enthalpy of hydrogenation or heat of hydrogenation. This enthalpy is nothing but heat of hydrogenation. Therefore, reactivity order, so which is more reactive, dear students? The third one is more reactive. Next second, the next one is first. So here we need to remember enthalpy of hydrogenation order is nothing but reactivity order of alkanes. Okay, students. So reactivity always inversely proportional to stability of alkenes. Cyclic conjugated double bonds containing compounds are more stable than linear conjugated double bonds, and then isolated double bonds. Otherwise, the stability of alkenes already we are discussed. Based on hyperconjugation effect also we can explain the stability of alkenes. When one double bond is present, it has substance, then the stability of alkenes we can explain by using hyperconjugation effect. But here more than one double bonds are present, that is called polyenes. In that polyene stability, we can explain if whether the double bonds all are present in conjugation system and in cyclic manner, it is more stable than linear conjugated double bonds, and then isolated double bonds. Isolated double bond, that is the stability order. Based on the stability order, stability is inversely proportional to reactivity and is directly proportional to enthalpy of hydrogenation. So the correct enthalpy of hydrogenation order is 3 is more than 2 and then 1. D option is correct. Okay students, let's go for 14th question. It's very easy and important, this kind of questions. Let's see. This is now they given reactant, they given now what we are doing halogenation, means bromine we are using, that is called bromination reaction. So this 1,3 dimethyl benzene, 1,3 dimethyl benzene, it is also called as metaxylene. Its common name is metaxylene. 1,3 dimethyl benzene is on bromination, in the presence of FeBr3 catalyst, FeBr3 catalyst, where the bromination will be takes place. It is a electrophilic substitution reaction, dear students. Electrophilic substitution reaction, and this CH3 group means the benzene has two substances are present, that is disubstituted benzene. The CH3 groups are plus I groups, electron donating groups, acts as ortho and para directing groups, ortho and para directing groups, ortho and para directing groups. So the incoming electrophile will be attacks at ortho and para positions of CH3 groups. Now if you observe that now these two CH3 groups middle, this carbon is ortho position only, but sterically more crowded. Sterically crowded. That's why no substitution takes place. No substitution takes place. But this, for example, this CH3, if you are labeled as a first CH3 group, this CH3 group, if you are labeled as second, from first CH3 group and from with respect to second CH3 group, this position is ortho position. And from second CH3 group, this position is ortho, and from first CH3 group, this position is para. And from this position, if you observe that with respect to first CH3 group, this is ortho, and with respect to the second CH3 group, this position is a para. So, and these groups are very free state. That's why the incoming Br plus electrophile will be attacked at this position, or maybe here this position it will be attacked. Now the resultant product is CH3, the CH3 groups as it is, just you write, and the middle of the two CH3 groups, middle carbon, that electrophile Br plus cannot be attacked, even it is ortho position with respect to two CH3 group, because it is sterically crowded. No substitution takes place. Now the bromine will be attacked at here, and another mixture and CH3, like mixture of products will forms. Like option where it is present here, students, C option is correct. C option is correct. Okay student, these are the products. Okay, this is nothing but electrophilic substitution reaction only, and CH3 groups acts as a ortho and para directing group. So you have to try to attach that incoming electrophile at either ortho position or para position. Now two positions are there, two computations. First and the two CH3 group, just you have to label as 1 and 2. Now this position is ortho and para with respect to 1 and 2, and this position is also acts as ortho and para with respect to 1 and 2 CH3 groups. That's why the related products these two are. So correct option is third option is correct. Okay students, let's go for next question. 15th question, and very easy and important. This kind of questions are conversations. Now this alkenes, addition of HBr in the presence of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxides are peroxide effect. then it is called as anti-Markovnikov addition reaction. Okay, students, anti-Markovnikov addition reaction. And the second application is Williamson ether synthesis. Williamson ether synthesis. Okay, let's see. We have to identify the correct product, final product we have to identify, and listen carefully. First, you write the given reaction. First one, CH2, CH3 bond, CH2 bond, CH, double bond, CH2. Okay, first we are adding HBr, hydrogen bromide, in the presence of H2O2. Hydrogen peroxide is there, means anti-Markovnikov addition reaction. This anti-Markovnikov addition reactions are free radical addition reactions. Free radical addition reactions. Okay, students, free radical addition reactions. Now, the free radical addition reactions are anti-Markovnikov addition reactions. The hydrogen is added at less number of hydrogens containing double bonded carbon, and bromine is added at more hydrogen atoms containing double bonded carbon. The reverse to the Markovnikov product. Then the resultant product is CH3. Now here this is CH2 and this is also CH2. This is like it will come CH2 bond CH2 bond CH2 Br, means 1-bromobutane is the product. This Y. Next, this Y reacts with sodium ethoxide. This sodium ethoxide, it acts as a nucleophile. It undergoes Williamson ether synthesis SN2 mechanism. Now, loss of NABr. The product is, now if you observe that CH2 groups 3 are present, then CH3 bond CH2 thrice. Simply we can write like this also. Thrice. This attached to the O CH2 bond CH3 is present. Like the option, just you have to check where it is present. So let's see the first option. CH3 bond CH2 thrice O C2H5. So the answer is the first option. Okay, students. So the first alkene converted into addition of HBr in the presence of hydrogen peroxide, it is anti-Markovnikov addition reactions. Okay, and second one is Williamson ether synthesis. Just we have to identify the final product carefully. Okay, so the answer is the first one. It's very easy. Okay, students, let's go first. Next question. 16th question. Listen carefully, dear students. Now it's very easy. For example, which hydrocarbons on combustion to produce carbon dioxide and water. Now, and carbon dioxide hybridization, in carbon dioxide carbon hybridization is sp, and which hydrocarbon has same hybridization means sp hybridization we need to identify. Sp hybridization. See here, names they given, hydrocarbons names. Let's see the first option, ethane, CH3 bond CH3. So all carbon having single bonds means sp3 and sp3 carbons are present. Next, the second option, ethine means CH triple bond CH, ethine. Alkyne means alkynes having sp hybridization. So we need to get same hybridization. In carbon dioxide, what is the carbon hybridization? The same hybridization containing hydrocarbon we need to identify. So the answer is ethine. In ethine, each carbon hybridization is sp. Okay, students. Next, ethene. C option. Let's see. Ethene. CH2 double bond CH2. Ethene means sp2 carbons. And D option, ethyl alcohol. CH3 bond CH2 bond OH. So in ethyl alcohols, all carbon atoms having 4 single bonds, that's why sp3 hybridization. So the answer is B option is correct. Okay, students, let's go for 17th question. 17th question, which of the following compound will not undergo Friedel-Crafts reactions easily? So already I said Friedel-Crafts reactions exceptions. One is the Friedel-Crafts reactions not possible. The benzene ring having OH group or NH2 group like aniline and phenol derivatives, because these are the strong electron, these OH groups are lone pairs are present. These lone pairs will attract to the AlCl3 and produce complex. That's why decreases the catalytic activity. That's why Friedel-Crafts reactions are not possible. And the same way, the benzene ring having strong electron withdrawing groups, present also, then this Friedel-Crafts alkylation or acylation reactions are not possible. Okay, Friedel-Crafts reactions not possible. Okay, students. So now you have to observe that options. Nitrobenzene means the benzene ring having attached NO2 group. It is a strong electron withdrawing group. That's why it does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. So the answer is A. But what about these remaining options also? Just you have to think CH3 group. Methyl benzene is called toluene. This is a ortho and para directing group or plus I group. It involves in Friedel-Crafts reactions. Next, C option, cumene. Cumene means isopropyl benzene. Cumene is nothing but isopropyl benzene. This isopropyl group is also acts as a plus I group, and it involves in Friedel-Crafts reactions. And these plus I groups acts as ortho and para directing group. The incoming electrophile will be attacked at ortho and para positions. And xylene means three types of xylenes are there: orthoxylene, metaxylene, and paraxylene. So the benzene having two CH3 groups at 1, 2, 1, 3 and 1, 4 positions are present, then it is called xylene. Simply I gave here orthoxylene. These CH3 groups also acts as ortho and para directing groups are plus I groups. So it is also involves in Friedel-Crafts reactions. So which compound does not involve in Friedel-Crafts reactions means exceptions we have to remember. One is the benzene ring having OH phenol and aniline derivatives. Phenol and aniline does not involve in Friedel-Crafts reactions. At the same way, the benzene ring having strong electron withdrawing groups like NO2, acid groups, COOH and CN group, like in this place COOH you have to take, or CN group you have to take. These are the strong electron withdrawing groups. Then it does not involve in Friedel-Crafts reactions. Means Friedel-Crafts reactions are two types. One is alkylation. The second one is acylation. Okay, students. So both reactions are not possible. So the answer is A option. And let's see that 18th question. Which one of the following chemical system is non-aromatic? So aromatic and non-aromatic, how can we identify? We have to follow the compound is in cyclic nature and planar and follows 4n plus 2 pi rule or Huckel's rule. 4n plus 2 pi. 4n plus 2 pi electrons. That is called Huckel's rule. Follows, then it is aromatic compounds where n is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 like this, and indicates that 2 pi electrons and 6 pi electrons and 10 pi electrons like this. That compounds are aromatic. If you are observed that the benzene has 6 pi electrons and this name is thiophene. This thiophene sulfur has two lone pair electrons are present. Among that, one lone pair is involving in resonance. That's why total 6 pi electrons are involving in conjugation. That's why it is also aromatic. And naphthalene has 10 pi electrons and it is aromatic. But this compound, it has 4 pi electrons only. Then it is non-aromatic. So the D option means cyclopentadiene. Cyclopentadiene is a non-aromatic. If, for example, it has negative charge is present, like cyclopentadienyl anion. Negative charge is present. That negative charge also we have to consider as a pi electrons. Two pi electrons are lone pair electrons involving in resonance. Such lone pairs also we have to consider as a pi electrons. Then it is 6 pi electrons aromatic. Okay, cyclopentadienyl cation. The positive charge is present means there is no pi electrons. That's why it has 4 pi electrons. Like cyclopentadiene, this is also 4 pi electron. These are non-aromatic compounds or anti-aromatic compounds. 4 and pi electrons it is following, then it is called as a anti-aromatic or non-aromatic compound. So in that 18th question we have to identify which is non-aromatic. So aromatic and non-aromatic, how we have to identify? We have to check whether the given compound has 4n plus 2 pi electrons present or not. If it is present and in cyclic nature and planar, then the molecule is aromatic. Otherwise the molecule is non-aromatic. Okay students, let's see 19th question is very important. This kind of questions, this 19th question is rearranged Markovnikov addition reaction. So this 19th question, rearranged Markovnikov addition reaction. This Markovnikov addition reactions are electrophilic addition reactions. Why the rearrangement takes place means after addition of electrophile, then resultant formed carbocation and corresponding adjacent groups can able to form more stable carbocation. Then the rearrangement, hydrogen or methyl groups will be shifting takes place and produce more stable carbocation, and the corresponding product is a major product. Let's see mechanism. So addition of water. First that water, we are adding water means it contains H plus and OH minus ion. The positive ion is added at, according to Markovnikov rule, the positive ion is adding at less number of more hydrogens containing double bonded carbon and produce secondary carbocation. But this carbon is a tertiary carbon. If that methyl group is shifting takes place, CH3 shifting takes place from adjacent carbocation, then produce more stable tertiary carbocation. This is a tertiary carbocation is more stable. Then the OH minus ion will be added at a more stable carbocation. Then the resultant product CH3 COH bond CH3 bond CH bond CH3 bond CH3 is the major product. Okay students, so the answer is first option. First option is the correct. And minor product means normal. And here the minor product is actually they are asked only major product. The minor product means no rearrangement. So you want no rearrangement means you have to do mercuration, oxymercuration followed by demercuration. If you do, then no rearrangement will take place. Then we'll get this kind of product only. Okay, without rearranged product. This product you want means we have to do first reacts with mercuric acetate followed by hydrolysis and reduction in the presence of sodium borohydrate. Then without rearranged product will form. That kind of questions also they're asking previously NEET and JEE examination. I will discuss that also. In the further questions, that kind of model questions also be present. Let's see the 20th question, dear students, is very important. Now, excess of alcoholic KOH. pH means phenyl ring, C6H5. then CH Br bond CH2 Br. Now what we are doing, treated with excess of alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH acts as a base. The 2 times dehydrohalogenation takes place. Then produce pH C triple bond CH is treated with sodium sodomide NaNH2 sodomide. Then it acts as a base. It takes this acidic proton, terminal alkyne, it takes acidic proton, then esterides will produce. Is on hydrolysis in acidic medium. Then this H plus will be takes here and produce pH C triple bond CH will get. Phenyl acetylene, 1 phenyl acetylene is the product. So the answer is a first option. Okay. Next. Listen, dear students, this question is very important. So here different alkanes they are taking. So the alkane is treated with chlorine in the presence of sunlight or ultraviolet radiations. UV radiations means it is nothing but free radical substitution reaction and produce one single product, produce one monochlorinated product. Monochlorinated product. Like one monochlorinated product. Is it possible to produce one monochlorinated product containing alkane? We need to identify in the given options. Product. Okay, students, let's listen. First option, N-pentane, pentane or N-pentane. This is on monochlorination. In the presence of sunlight, if you observe that it contains this end CH3 and CH3 are same type of carbons and that hydrogens are same. And if that hydrogen atoms are replaced by chlorine, we will get one kind of product. And this is B and this is C. Means 3 products will form. The second one is isopentane. This is isopentane. This isopentane contains how many types of hydrogen atoms are present? These 2 CH3 groups are similar kind of CH3 groups, A and A. This tertiary CH is one type, B. If that hydrogen is replaced, we will get one kind of product, one kind of monohalogenated product. This is C and D, and produce 4 products will form. And third option, if you observe that neopentane, all CH3 groups are same kind and primary only. So this is A and similar kind A and A. And on monochlorination, we'll get only one kind of product. That product also I'm writing here. CH2 bond Cl. Its name is 1-chloro-2-2 dimethyl propane is the answer. So the answer is a C option. Next, propane on monochlorination. This is A and A type, means these 2 CH3 and CH3 groups are same kind, and this is B. So this is on monochlorination, we will get 2 products, and it is only one product. The one product, one monohalogenated or monochlorinated product is possible on monohalogenation of neopentane, on monochlorination of neopentane. So the answer is a C. Okay, students, and let's see 22nd question. Cis butene. This is cis butene, cis and trans. Okay, students, this is a trans. And its dipole moment nu not equal to 0. And here the dipole moment nu is equals to 0 means it is polar. And it is a non-polar. So if dipole moment nu not equal to 0 means polar nature, hence boiling point is more, and it is boiling point is less because of non-polar nature, and it is non-symmetrical, hence melting point is low, and it has more symmetrical nature, and melting points are high. So these properties you have to remember for cis and trans geometrical isomers. Now in this question, what they're asked, why cis butene has more boiling points than trans? So the answer is polarity, because of difference in the dipole moments. Okay, cis alkenes dipole moment not equal to 0. If dipole moment value is increases, the polarity will be increases. If the polarity is increases, then the boiling points will be increases. So the answer is D. Okay, students, let's see 23rd question. 23rd question, butene is obtained by the electrolysis, means coal-based electrolysis question. This is coal-based electrolysis reaction. Okay, students, coal-based electrolysis reaction. So in this coal-based electrolysis reaction, the product is butene. The product is butene, means CH3. The butene and the byproducts are carbon dioxide will forms, and NaOH, sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas will forms. So this is alkene, butene. This butene, how this butene will forms? This butene